How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. A little bit of mystery beer time. Let's get down to it. Mystery beers, what are they? Beers that we don't know what the hell they are. They are wrapped. They are sent to me by other people, and they are wrapped up. I have no idea what they are. I open them, I drink them, I talk about them, then we unveil them, see how close I got, or whatever my thoughts are on it. Not necessarily trying to nail the beer exactly, just kind of trying to talk about what I'm tasting, the flavors that I'm getting, and see if it kind of holds up. Sometimes I get beers I've had before, sometimes they're new ones. We'll see. This one comes courtesy of Tom. Thank you very much, brother, up front in New Hampshire way. It's the second one I'm cracking into, so let's have at it. Yeah, beautiful blue painter's tape. My favorite kind of painter's tape, or any kind of tape when it comes to mystery beers. And that sweet, delicious paper towel that just makes everything look and taste so much better. Okay, so we're dealing with what looks like another kind of hazy in the New England kind of variety. Two Fingers, infinite creaminess, like gravity-defying creaminess. Pretty rough pour, but I mean, you usually don't get that big, robust creamy head from just a base kind of IPA, double IPA. Pretty uniform bubbles, sans a couple stragglers just off the weight, and she's got that big, rich, milky kind of haziness to her. Kind of orange core, a little bit kind of cataracty, opaque edges on her. It's got a nose. Okay. Smells very kind of soft, water nerdy, kind of drop out all bitterness kind of IPA. It has a little bit of treehouse vibes to it, although it lacks a little bit of that bitterness. It actually reminds me a lot of Thomas Hooker, the No Hooker, No Filter on the nose. There's a big fruit component, definitely getting melon vibes in there, tropical fruit leaning melon vibes, a little bit of stone fruit, not getting a ton of citrus on the nose. Sans maybe just a little bit of sweet kind of non-bittering kind of orange juicy Sunday Delight kind of vibes, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, it kind of smells like one of those water nerdy drop out all bitterness IPA slash double IPA. I'm leaning IPA to begin with, and it has that nice creamy fluffy kind of vibe to it. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay, it's definitely one of those kind of beers. Now, that being said, there is a nice bittering component to it. There's a soft green, soft, fluffy, creamy bitterness to it. Nothing too biting, nothing too overtly descriptive, more weed than anything else, smoke and weed, but very soft, green, pelletized hoppiness with not a ton of biting bitterness. So that's why I say it's kind of one of those fluffy, creamy, water nerdy, kind of drop out all bitterness kind of beers. With, again, we're dipping into those kind of tropical fruit, leaning melon vibes, a little cantaloupe, a little honeydew, a little bit of soft tropical fruit, with that little bit of citrus that does come off a little bit zestier, a little bit pithier than the nose led you to believe, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, it kind of gives me that kind of Hooker No Filter kind of thing, but I don't think it's that. It's a very familiar beer, but something I don't know if I could really peg, because while it's familiar, it's very much the bits and pieces of a lot of beers that come out nowadays. But yeah, it's nice. It's creamy. It's somebody's 6.7 to 7.2% hazy IPA, extra hopped, that they're trying to drop out a lot of bitterness from. Done and done. I don't get treehouse vibes. I don't get Trillium vibes. I'm saying that because New Hampshire way. But like I said, I kept leaning on that no filter thing. But yeah, she's tasty. I like it. I dig her. Kind of like that weeded, maybe like a little bit of wheat in there, kind of wrenchy kind of vibes, Industrial Arts wrenchy kind of vibes. It has that, like, I keep basically saying the same thing over and over again, which is that kind of drop out all bitterness. Or attempt to drop out all bitterness. Like I said, there is bittering in here. So you got Rollerblade. I've done this before. This is a double IPA, actually. You're talking about 8%, so it definitely drank way smaller than it actually is. Who farted? I've had this beer before. And it's probably my favorite beer that I've had from Who Farted. I reviewed it a while ago, probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. So I don't know if it's changed, but yeah, actually it's quite nice. Like I said, it came in way less than 8%, but it's got that nice, fluffy, creamy body to it. It has like a kind of, like I said, that kind of wheat kind of vibe to it. Soft bitterness, nice kind of melon vibes, which, you know, There's a woman on there, so melons, apropos. But yeah, tasty beer. I've had it before. It's been a while, so not that my brain is trained exactly to the beer itself, but I feel like I could have did a little bit better on that one. But at the same time, I feel like it's pretty much what Hoof Hearted does, and I think it's what a lot of people do. It's the kind of insert hazy IPA kind of vibe here, kind of taste you're getting in there. And that's kind of a lot of stuff that I've had from Hoof Hearted, even though, like I said, it's probably one of the better ones I've had from them. It doesn't really scream any kind of super uniqueness, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't feel like kind of jumping in and kind of putting my balls on the table and kind of guessing the beer itself, because I feel like I've kind of ticked a lot of the boxes that a lot of breweries tick when it comes to these kind of hazies everybody's trying to make. So yeah, tasty beer. I dig it. You know me and my love, and by love I mean hate, of Hoof Hearted labeling. I find them to be a little bit cheesy, a little bit kind of trying too hard. But it's a tasty beer, nice beer. Probably in a perfect world, I wish this was a 6% beer, because 8% comes off way lower in ABV. Kudos to them for hiding the alcohol, but also I kind of want my bigger beers to play what they are, and I like my smaller beers to play bigger. I think that's it. I've already talked about it previously, and beers is one of the better IPAs I've had as of late, double IPAs I've had as of late in this re-review. I think it's worthy of being in the conversation. It's tasty, it's fun, I like it, I dig it. It just lacks any kind of calling card to kind of separate it from the rest. Vegan availability, don't know. It's Hoof Hearted. I'm assuming 18, 20 bucks, 4-pack, brewery only, and leave you with, if you like what you like this, if you like hazies, if you like Haze Bros, Hop Thoughts, if you like the new school hazy IPA, this is going to check a lot of boxes that you want checked, pretty much like I already said. So if that turns you on, this will turn you on also. There you go. Another review in the books. Thank you very much, Tom. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing a whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little roller blade right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.